Good morning everyone. Welcome to Ojaswat IAS Academy. So we are trying to cover current affairs in the form of MCQs for helping you in the upcoming exam of UPSC Prelims 2020. So today we will discuss the MCQs of 5th May. You can also join us on our Telegram channel where we upload all the PPTs and you can do multiple revision of them. But before starting the MCQs, let's see what are the 10 topics which we are going to discuss in today's MCQs. So here's the list is given. You can see these are the topics which we will discuss. And please do take a pause when you see question on the screen, answer it first and then see the explanation part and try to get at least 7 questions correct out of 10. So work hard, be consistent, regularly watch our videos. And let's begin our today's MCQs with question number 1. So question number 1 is, consider the following statements regarding annual report by US Commission on International Religious Freedom. Statement first, USCIRF reviews violations of religious freedom internationally. Second, it has placed India in the tier 2 category, that is states under watch list. Here statement first is correct, second is incorrect. So option will be A, that is one only. And statement second is incorrect because earlier India was in tier 2 category, that is state under watch list, but now it has been moved to the tier 1 category, that is countries of particular concern in its 2020 report. So it has downgraded India's ranking and that's why it is in news. And the reasons it has cited are CAA NRC issues, revoking of Article 370 of Jammu and Kashmir and Delhi riot in February this year. And USCIRF is a US federal government commission which is created by International Religious Freedom Act of 1998 and it reviews the violation of religious freedom internationally. So that statement was correct. Now question number 2 is with reference to midday meal scheme. Statement first, it is a central sector scheme of Ministry of Human Resource Development. Second, it provides free cooked meal to children in classes 1 to 10 under Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan. So a statement first and second both are incorrect. So option will be D, none of the above. And statement first is incorrect because midday meal scheme is a centrally sponsored scheme which was launched in 1995 and it is an initiative of Ministry of Human Resource Development and it provides every children within the age group of 6 to 14 years studying in class 1 to 8 and they should be enrolled and attending the school and then shall be provided cooked meal having nutrition level of 450 calories and 12 gram of protein for primary and 700 calories and 20 gram protein for upper primary classes. And the scheme covers all government and government aided school and it also covers madrasa and maktabs supported under Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan and the scheme is covered by National Food Security Act 2013 and the context is that government has announced around 11% increase in annual central allocation of cooking cost under this scheme. Now let's move on to the next question. Question number 3 is with reference to Kumbh Mela. Statement first, Kumbh Mela is celebrated at a river bank after every 6 years. Second, it has been listed by UNESCO as intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Here statement first is incorrect, second is correct, so option will be B, that is second only. So Kumbh Mela is the largest peaceful congregation of pilgrims on earth and statement first is incorrect because it is celebrated in a cycle of approximately 12 years, not 6 years, at 4 river banks like Prayagraj, Haridwar, Nasik and Ujjain. And the context is that the state government of Uttarakhand has begun planning for the Mahakumbh Mela in Haridwar which is to be held in January 2021. Now question number 4 is, Global Terrorism Index is released annually by which of the following organization? So the correct answer is, it is released by Institute for Economics and Peace. So option will be B. So according to the index, India is the 7th worst terrorism affected country, a rank ahead than 8th position in previous report. And top 6 countries which are worst affected are Afghanistan, Iraq, Nigeria, Syria, Pakistan and Somalia. And the context is that Niti Aayog has recently questioned IEP, that is Institute for Economics and Peace, for its methodology adopted to rank India as the 7th worst terrorism affected country, citing it as not transparent and the lack of a universally accepted definition of terrorism, which leads to ambiguity. Now question number 5 is, Rohtang Pass is located in which of the following mountain range? So the correct answer is, it is located in Pir Panjal range. Option will be B. So here is the map is given, and this Rohtang Pass is a high mountain pass in Himachal Pradesh, and it is on the eastern Pir Panjal range of the Himalayan. It connects Kulu Valley with the Lahul and Spiti valleys of Himachal Pradesh and lies on the watershed between Chenab and Beas Basin. And it is in news because 8.8-kilometer long Atal Tunnel is being built on the Rohtang Pass to provide all-weather connectivity to remote border area of Himachal Pradesh and Ladakh, and when completed, it will be the world's longest highway tunnel, about 10,000 feet. Now question number 6 is, recently small finance banks were in news. So consider the following statement. First, they are a type of niche banks in India. Second, their aim is to provide financial inclusion. Third, the banks are restricted to particular regions. Fourth, existing NBFCs, microfinance institutions and local area banks can apply to become small finance banks. Here the incorrect statement is statement third, so option will be C if we eliminate statement third, and it is incorrect because these small finance banks are not restricted to any regions and they can be promoted either by individuals, corporate, trust or societies, and they are established as public limited companies in private sector under Companies Act 2013, and they are governed by various provisions like RBI Act, Banking Regulating Act, and broadly there are twin objectives for which small finance banks are being set up, as they provide institutional mechanism for promoting rural and semi-urban savings and for providing credit for viable economic activities in the local areas. More you can see in the image. Major focus area is financial inclusion, and it focuses on unorganized sector, farmers and small industries. Now question number 7 is, recently Vietnam War was in news. So consider the following statement. First, it was divisive conflict between the North Vietnam against South Vietnam. Second, it was intensified by the ongoing World Cold War between the US and USSR. Statement third, communist forces end the war by seizing control of South Vietnam in 1975 and the country was united. As we have to find out incorrect statement, so here all the given statements are correct, so option will be D, none of the above. And it is in news because death tolls in USA due to COVID-19 has surpassed the loss of life of Americans in Vietnam War. And Soviet Union and China at that time poured weapons, supplies and advisories into the north, that is North Vietnam, which in turn provide support, political direction and regular combat troops for the campaigning in the south, that is South Vietnam. And in this war, US was supporting South Vietnam, and due to it, the cost and casualties of the growing war proved too much for the USA to bear, and the US combat units were withdrawn by 1973, and then in 1975 South Vietnam fall to a full scale invasion by the North, and then ultimately the Vietnam got united. Now question number 8 is, consider the following statements regarding Raja Ravi Verma. Statement first, he worked on both portrait and landscape painting. Second, British government awarded him the Kesari Hind gold medal. So both again statements are correct. Option will be C. Here is the image is given, and he was in news because April 29 is birth anniversary of this painter, that is Raja Ravi Verma, and he is remembered for giving Indians their Western classical representation of Hindu gods and goddesses. And Verma studied oil painting with the British painter named Theodore Janson, and he is famous for his work like Shakuntala looking for Dushyant, Nair lady adoring her hairs, etc. Now question number 9 is, which of the following country or countries is are members of both Indian Ocean Rim Association and Indian Ocean Naval Symposium? So here the correct answer is it's Maldives. So option will be A. So A is correct because countries such as India, Sri Lanka, Singapore, Indonesia, Australia, Mauritius, South Africa, Kenya, Iran, Oman, Maldives and UAE are the members of both the organization. And here Indian Ocean Rim Association is international organization consists of 22 states which are bordering the Indian Ocean, whereas IONS is a regional forum of Indian Ocean littoral states which is represented by their navy chiefs, and it was initiated in 2008, and it has 24 member nations which are grouped into 4 sub-regions like South Asia, West Asia, East African and Southeast Asian and Australian. Now question number 10 is, island of Sarema is located in which of the following sea? So the correct answer is it is located in Baltic Sea. Option will be A. So here is the map is given, and you can see this island is located in Baltic Sea, and it is also nearby Gulf of Riga, and Riga is the capital of Latvia. So that's all in our today's MCQs. Hope you guys are liking the lecture, and if you want to contact us, you can contact through the given details. We are always there to help you, and we can listen your genuine queries. Now one question for you is that you have to tell Bani Thani painting is a famous example of which school of painting. Once UPSC has asked question regarding Bani Thani, so you must be knowing it. So stay safe, stay healthy, have a nice day.